Hi everyone, it's Felicity back here again today with a Project Life spread for the Hip Kit Club using the February 2017 Project Life Kit. Now here I am doing a page in my daughter's Project Life album. If you've listened to my previous Project Life process video, you will know that I do Project Life a little bit different to the standard Project Life, as in doing the weeks each year, like I guess the Becky Higgins style. I do mine focusing on each one of my children. They each have an album, and I pretty much do the spreads month in a monthly, I guess, way is how I organise it, not necessarily by weeks. So this page here is for the month of February. Sometimes in her album, I will end up with probably 4 pages for the month. This is the first one for February, and then I do have another 2 for her for February. So there is no real idea when I start my Project Life spreads. All I pretty much do is start off with my photos. I work out what photos I'm going to put on which page. I work out my sizes. I try to balance the photos out when I've got them sitting there. Once I'm happy with how they are, I then just pretty much embellish each photo or as I go, just making sure that each time I do a new one that it balances or I guess goes with the other one, I guess is the way that my thinking is. So with my Project Life cards as well, I do actually fussy cut a lot of things out from them because I find that there are a lot of sentiments or pictures that I want to use from the cards. So I find myself cutting those out and then using them as embellishments onto the photo. I don't have, I guess, a lot of, what would you say? I'll just say the space, I suppose, on my spread to just say pop in a Project Life card because I like what it says or because I like the picture. For my style anyway of Project Life, I like to try and put as many photos as I can because my children do a lot of things and I take a lot of photos. So I like to include as many photos as I can into my Project Life spreads. If I was to have a spread and it's got, say, 8 pockets. If I was to go, say, 5 photos and 3 pockets without photos that had just a sentiment or just a picture. If I did that most of the time with my Project Life spreads, I would probably double the amount of pages that I would have in the kids' albums. It's just as simple as that. Simply because most of the photos that I take, I want to make sure that they're in their album because this is what they're going to look back on in future years. This is what perhaps their children are going to look back on at what they did when they were kids. And I guess it takes me back as to why I like to put as many photos as I can into my Project Life. Simply because when I grew up as a child, my mum spent a lot of time putting photos into photo albums for me. And those photo albums I treasure a lot. My children look at them and they say, "Mum, did you do that when you were that age? Mum, did you do that when you were 2? You know, oh, look, there you are when you started school." Those sorts of things. And I guess these day and age, there doesn't seem to be photo albums around for children simply because technology's taken over. Everything's on the computer. All your photos are on the computer. There's none physically printed out in an album for children to look at. And I guess my fear, and I mean it's probably a fear that most of us have, is computer crashes what do we do? You know, have we actually got our photos backed up? Are we prepared for when we don't have a computer? You know, I guess that's probably why I like to have as many photos as I can. And it also helps when my boys bring home little assignments that they have to do, and it looks back at the history. It looks back at what they did when they were 2. You know, one of my boys had to do a timeline last year, and on the timeline you had to write down what they did at when they were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I think 6 was on there as well. Well, all I had to do was go and get their Project Life album, and we went through it together and said, look, this is the section on when you were 2. And he then was able to come up with his answer as to what he did that was most memorable to him. Not that he can physically, mentally remember, but he can look back in his album and say, oh, I did this when I was 2. That's exciting. That's cool, you know. So I guess that also helps having a Project Life album that is just simply full of photos. And that's probably why I like to have my spreads pretty much full of photos. From a creative point of view, yes, it can be trickier because at times it can be hard to balance out your page in a creative kind of way. But that's where with my Project Life, I don't let myself get too fussy or too pedantic or too trying to get it perfect, I suppose. Because in Project Life album, in my eyes, the way that I do my spreads is I'm never going to get it perfect. So why stress myself about it, going, oh no, this doesn't match, oh no, this doesn't. To me, I'm like, big deal. My main purpose of a Project Life album is to have my photos and my memories in one place for my children. It was also very handy, speaking from a very personal experience with one of my sons. He was having difficulty, and I mean this, I'm talking back, what is he? Okay, this might be 3 or 4 years ago. He was having problems trying to express himself. He was having problems in trying to communicate the best that he could. So we actually used Project Life as a way to help him express what he wanted to do, what he was thinking. I know that sounds really weird, but with the help of a therapist, we got there. And that also made me realise then that this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing Project Life for, you know, helping my children, as well as not just putting memories down. And I mean, there are many aspects of Project Life as well that it can help. And not only is it relaxing for me, and I reminisce a lot when I'm putting photos down, it also helps you, I guess, see, as a mother, the positive in each day. It helps you see the rewards that you get from looking after your children. You know, there's many aspects emotionally and mentally that Project Life actually helps me as well, talking from, you know, a personal point of view. So that's probably why, as I said, you know, Project Life is a big part of my creativity. A Project Life spread, like for this page here, it can take me up to, I'm going to say 3 hours. I know that seems a lot of time. You think, Project Life, are you kidding me? You know, I could look over 2 scrapbook pages, you know, in that time, or 3. Yeah, that's fine. But for me, it's simply because I do stick a lot of embellishments down. I do make sure that at this stage or that page that I'm putting down everything that I've got. So there is a lot of toing and froing for me. Going to the computer, looking for more photos, going to my memory planner, looking back at the journaling or what we've done that day so that I can make sure I've got it on my spread. I do keep a memory planner as well, which I fill in every day, and that helps me when it jogs my memory, I suppose, for when it comes time to do my Project Life. Because in that memory planner, you know, it might just have 1 or 2 words of what that child did. Sometimes it has nothing, and that's totally okay too, because it's just there to simply help me document what I need to in my project life. I don't, what can you say? I don't always keep up to date in project life, because to me, I'm like, look, I'm never going to keep up to date. I don't put pressure on myself. When I feel that I want to, do project life to help me as a mother, perhaps, and I do find this, if I'm having a bad day being a mother, and we all go through that, like, I'm just keeping it real, guys, that, it can be tough. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not going to, be here and speak the truth and make my life look like it's roses, because it's not. We all have our tough times. And when I am going through a bit of a tough time with my children, facing decisions that I don't know, is the correct decision, and I'm pondering a lot of things like that, I turn to my project life, simply because I pull out my photos and it helps me then appreciate what I'm doing as a mother. It helps me see where we've come and where we're going, and what my responsibility is for my children. It takes a lot of pressure off me. It's hard to put it into words without me getting all emotional about it, but yes, that's why I project life. But yeah, there we have anyway, the finished kit. But look, if you've got any questions about my project life, please just let me know. I'll leave links down in the comments to my blog and the Hip Kip shop. And yeah, as I said, I'm more than happy to help anybody that wants to get started on project life. So just let me know. Thanks for watching today. Stay tuned for my next project life video. So make sure you've subscribed.